If you thought offensive coordinator Steve Cooper would say anything new about the quarterback situation, you'd be mistaken. I'm Nick Williams reporting for the Sons of UCF inside of the bounce house after Coach Cooper said that quarterback position is still TBD. Despite Taven Jackson coming in for an injured Cam Fancher and leading the Knights to that 17-10 victory, Coach Cooper said that Taven handled the offense very well, but there is still no comment on who will start against North Carolina A&T.
I mean, the TBD is pretty much where Coach Frost left it. So that's where we're at. We still got a little time to figure it out. Yeah, it was cool to see Tay come in and react. You know, he was ready to play, obviously, hitting a week of practice. But yeah, the moment wasn't too big for him, and he executed when we needed to, made some really nice throws, and ran the offense pretty well. Obviously, being first game, there's a bunch of things that you expect from game one, and the biggest difference that you're going to make in relationship to getting better is going to be from game one to game two. But the reality is, we do feel good about the quarterbacks that we have. You got to understand the flow of game. I'm big on this, undersell, over-deliver. I'm not going to go into a room and say, like, hey, you're for sure playing this number of snaps, because there's so many things that we can't control as coaches. The game's going to go the way the game goes, so we got to be mindful of that. But what we do tell the guys, just quarterbacks, like, hey, you got to stay ready, so you don't have to get ready, period.
We won't get another media availability prior to the game on Saturday, so the term TBD is likely what you'll be hearing for the rest of the week until the quarterback runs out of that tunnel on Saturday. For the Sons of UCF, I'm Nick Williams.
Learning from a win is a lot better than learning from a loss. Andrew Cherico here in the bounce house for the Sons of UCF. On Tuesday, defensive coordinator Alex Grinch said wins are hard to come by. And he's right. On a Thursday night where the offense struggled, UCF could have suffered a season-opening upset if the defense doesn't hold Jacksonville State to just 10 points. Still, the effort was strong, but there are plenty of areas for improvement.
Yeah, I think number one, you start with winning a football game, and you never want to minimize that. And that's the number one goal every single week, hold the opponent to one less point than we score. And so thrilled to be 1-0. It's also a good reminder, what defines a big game. Lose it, you find out how big it is, type of thing. And so it's a good reminder as a young program as we try to build this thing that wins are hard to come by, and it never gets easy. And so we certainly was pleased that way. And there's a lot of things you got to clean up, and that was going to happen win, lose, or draw. And so, start that process, as quickly as this past Friday, and obviously back on the grass, physically today. And but anytime you ask a coach, you think about the bad plays. You just do. You default to that and say, how can we let some of those things happen? And so, got to clean those things up, but give the guys credit for fighting and winning the game in the fourth quarter.
The Knights will look to build on the effort they established in Week 1 and potentially turn it into a dominant Week 2 win against an FCS program in North Carolina A&T, where they kick off at home Saturday at 7 p.m. And until next time, I'm Andrew Cherico for the Sons of UCF.